Welcome to Florida Atlantic University's Department of Theater and Dance. I'm Katherine Johnston. I am head of voice and speech. Between my work in voice and speech and Lee's work in movement, we're really trying to get the whole actor embodying roles. I teach Knight Thompson speech work, which is a very non-prescriptive approach to speech. You have your accent, you do your accent better than anybody else does your accent. But what we want to make sure you can do is any accent you need to do, and you can be heard and understood. So if you're interested in joining us as a student here at FAU, we have options. We have a Master of Fine Arts program in acting. We have a Master of Fine Arts program in design technology. We have a Bachelor of Fine Arts program in music theater. That's brand new and we're really excited about that. We have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in design tech. And then we have a Bachelor of Arts program, which is a general program that gives you a little taste of everything. And you'll get that in any of these programs.
Hi, I'm Lee Sirocco, and I'm the Associate Professor of Movement. For the graduate program, I teach all the movement sequences. The first one is about the Alexander technique. The second one is viewpoints training with composition. The third one is stage combat. And the last class is really, I want to refocus or return to the Alexander work, but really what we're talking about is neutral mask. We're talking about Feldenkrais, we're talking about Grotowski, we're talking about Suzuki, as well as making sure that you move the foundation of the Alexander work back into that training so that it becomes part of you. With Katherine's work, one of the things is that when you're using your body to make a sound, you're using the whole body. And so what we want to make sure is that we're working hand in glove to make sure that our students are engaged vocally, which includes the physical engagement of their whole body to create and adjust sounds. At the undergraduate level, I teach movement for the actor 1 and movement for the actor 2, as well as stage combat 1 and stage combat 2. I'm a certified director and flight director with the Society of American Flight Directors. So I'm able to offer 30 hours of contact work under my instruction so that the students at the end of the semester, they can take a skills proficiency test and receive this certification with the SAFD. Usually I'll teach one semester, I'll teach unarmed, or I'll teach single sword, or rapier and dagger, or a different weapon, so that the students can take it multiple times and have that level of skill sets. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about a change in our programming. What we've instituted is a professor specifically for acting for film and acting for the camera. This is an opportunity to go where the market is, just the unique demands of what the film and television industry have to offer. And with that, we have Ted DeShadley, who's our new faculty member.
My name's Ted DeShadley. I mostly teach acting for camera. The short-term goal is let's take every actor that comes through this program and make sure that they are comfortable being on camera. And there's a production company down in Fort Lauderdale called Brandstar. They have sponsored a transformation of the space we're in right now, which is Studio 2, which has traditionally been our black box space. We're going to put a full video wall on one of the walls, and we're still going to be able to use this space. We can use it as a theater space, but we can also use it as a film space. We can shoot things in here. We're talking about doing a show in our season next year that would use the video in a theatrical hybrid way. But we are making strides in multiple areas. For example, we're doing a new faculty search, and we're looking for someone who can come in and teach, theater history, stuff like that, but also teach playwriting and screenwriting. That's the potential there is
huge.
Massive.
My name is Desmond Gallant, and I teach directing, and I teach the graduate acting courses as well as script analysis. The MFA in acting, or it's actually officially called the MFA in performance, is a 60-credit terminal degree. It's an artistic degree. It's focused in the arts, basically. So our MFA degree is basically we accept a class of 10. We bring that cohort in for 2 years, and they become the focus of the program for 2 years. So the MFA in performance involves a lot of acting courses, whether it's the actual acting courses themselves, but also voice and speech. We have acting for the camera as well. We teach various methodologies, whether it's in voice or in movement or in acting. The second semester of acting focuses more on modern realism, meaning like the plays of Ibsen, plays of Chekhov. The third semester is focused in more classical work, predominantly Shakespeare. And then the last semester is usually focused on sort of what we have termed, anti-naturalism or anti-naturalistic plays or anti-realism. It's essentially like a 3-year program condensed down into 2, because in addition to the 4 academic semesters, the 2 years of academic semesters, we also work during the summer. We have what we call our summer festival rep.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Lucatero, and I'm the technical director for the department. So yeah, we've been doing our summer rep festival for a really, really long time, and it's kind of a tradition. So our summer rep festival, we try to mirror what a normal summer stock would be. We do 2 shows, and all we do is those shows. What's really great is that we don't do theater classes over the summer, so the students really just get to focus on being here all day, and we spend all day building, all day rehearsing, and we bring in professionals, and usually there's guest directors, but they get really, really hands-on experience working on the show. We can focus a lot more on the shows itself. So our sets tend to be a little bit bigger, a little bit flashier. So last summer we did Brighton Beach Memoirs and we did Rent, 2 very, very large sets and very costume heavy. This summer we did Musical Comedy Murders of 1940. We had several student designers and we had several students heading teams on that show. And then on a chorus line, we had several guest artists that the students got to interact with and make those connections, which I think is just awesome. So in our department, we have a BFA in Design Technology, and we also have a MFA in Design Technology, which is what I did when I was a graduate student here. Almost every show, we have at least 1 student designer. Over the summer, we had several student designers. We only have 3 assistantship lines for the design tech program for the MFAs. And so that runs for 2 years here, and then they spend a semester doing an internship at a different theater. So for the BFA Design Tech, we have costumes, we have lighting, scenery, props, we can do sound, stage management. Now that we have an instructor in stage management, you have to do a certain amount of credits of production hour. So that is our lab component of the degree program. So it's practical experience. All we do is build for the shows. We have our scene shop lab, and then we have the costume shop lab, and it's really great, like, hands-on work. And so being able to have that experience and just be well balanced and well versed in all of the different aspects of theater. And then we also have the capstone component where they get to be a leader in any area. I think where our program thrives is that a student can really have any experience that they want to have, as long as they're open and they communicate, hey, I want to do this. We pretty much always try to make it work.
My name is Timothy Bowman. I am the costume shop manager and the wardrobe manager for Theater Lab as well. Probably have, I'd say, 15 students and 3 grad students that help out in the costume shop. So we do a mixture of pulling and buying and building when it comes to costuming a show. If we have a lot of students that are very costume oriented, then we'll try to do a lot more building. But if we have students that are more in the performances, then we'll still try to get that experience with them on the alteration sides, because those are skills that can carry over to their everyday life. We're very fortunate that we have a very solid costume stock. We have 2 main costume storage areas. We have what I call the antechamber, which houses all of our accessories. We have walls packed with bins with hats, which is really exciting. And then we have a huge 2-layered costume storage. My goal when I started was to really separate it by decades. All of our dresses are sorted by the era that they're from. Then kind of the same thing with the gentlemen as well. We have periods separated by pants and what periods they are, jackets, vests, and all of that. So we're very fortunate that we have such a vast costume stock.
I'm Lynn McNutt. I am on performance faculty in the BFA and MFA programs, and I'm also the director of musical theater. The musical theater BFA program is a pre-professional program. We are training students to go into the profession of musical theater immediately upon graduation. They have a very sort of rigorous and intensive schedule of acting classes, dance classes, voice classes. As we get more into late sophomore and junior year, we start integrating those. And so now we're in musical theater scene study and ensemble and prepping for showcase and all of those kinds of things that integrate all of the aspects of musical theater together. We also do 3 musicals a year, 2 in the school year and 1 every summer. There's plenty of opportunities for them to be cast. We go to approximately 5 different recruiting events. We also do a pre-screen through Accepted. We really focus a lot on the acting of the material, the acting in the dance, the acting in the song, right? Launching the scene into the song. The nature of our program is very positive. We work very much on supporting each other as a group, supporting each other as individuals. We focus on the whole student so that we recruit strong, viable candidates for this profession, but at the same time, we're looking for highly talented people and also kindness.
Hi, I'm Ryan Townsend, and I am instructor of musical theater here in the new BFA program at FAU. I got my BFA in voice performance from Carnegie Mellon University. Then I decided I wanted to go to grad school because I thought I wanted to be an opera singer, so I went to the University of Miami, Strauss School of Music, where I got my master's in music. That's where I really started teaching a lot of voice. In terms of voice, they take that MT Craft Class 1 and then MT Craft 2 in the spring, and then they will be placed in voice lessons, and they'll have an hour voice lesson and a studio class, and we're aiming to have that hour lesson happen every week. I want the students to leave here with 2 things. One being that they are so well equipped with their vocal technique. I want them to leave with a very foundational technique that helps them tell whatever story they're telling, and having a diverse sort of book. People walk in the door, they're more of the classical soprano type, or they're more of a belter, but I want them to be able to do it all. Not that they need to be a soprano, or that they need to be a belter, but that when the moment comes that they can know that they're making a choice.
Hi, I'm Carol Fantel. I'm the music coordinator and music director of the BFA in Musical Theater program here at FAU. I was so excited to join the team here this year because I have dozens of years of experience working in New York, in Seattle, and South Florida, and regional theater all across the country. I love how our program treats every student as an individual, but what's most important is the passion and the curiosity of our students. We become a team that works together through classes and productions. Every year we do at least 3 musicals here at FAU. We also have student organizations that produce and present musicals as well. And it's just a really exciting place to be now with this environment that's just bubbling with creativity and possibilities.